You know what's really brilliant when it comes to your life and when it comes to your situation, my gorgeous aquamarini? Of course, if you have been following my readings, you know, I've been talking about a lot, like, what has been going on in your life, okay? And I know that things haven't been easy whatsoever. I do know that, trust me. And I know that there were like several complex situations you had to deal with in your life with certain people who should never, ever, ever turn their back at you. And they did. They did at the time when you needed them the most. And you haven't done anything wrong. You know, sometimes in this life, we need to go through certain things. And these things can be really, really difficult. But the bottom line is that you are going to come on top. What you have learned about yourself within the last 2 or 3 years, it's absolutely invaluable. And maybe it is not as obvious at this moment in time, but trust me, trust me, my gorgeous aquamarini, after this month of April, everything is literally going to change, and it all starts right at the beginning. All I can say to you, I know you've been through a lot. I know you have been through a lot. And I mentioned in one of my previous readings that you have been very close to the actual breakdown twice, okay? Twice you have been very close to the actual breakdown within the last year or within the last couple of years. And I'm absolutely certain that you are aware of. But this is where all the problems and all the negativities are about to come to an end. You need to understand this. When it comes to numerology, I see a lot. I know a lot because it's to do with number 12. When it comes to the actual number 12, my gorgeous aquamarini, it means on one hand that something really, really, really bad is going to come to an end. That something really bad is going to come to an end. All that energy that was causing all this negativity and all this tension in your life, okay? But purely the way you felt, because you felt so drained, and sometimes, you felt like you haven't even got enough energy to respond to these vile creatures you have found yourself being around. And I'm talking about vile creatures is the main people in your life. The people who are meant to be the most supportive have been the people who have brought the most amount of difficulties. And that was something that was difficult to digest, let alone to live with. I know, I understand, and I know it's hard to see now, but all this is going to make you so much better. All this is going to make you so much stronger. All this is going to make you so much more powerful, because the new phase of your life is about to begin right now at the beginning of April 2024. And you will know, my gorgeous aquamarini, what am I exactly talking about here, because what is gonna happen on the very 1st of April changes absolutely everything. And it's not even going to be so obvious. And this is why things are about to become very, very, very interesting when it comes to your life indeed. And also, my gorgeous Arini, give me a second or two. I am going to talk a bit more about it. But before I talk a bit more about it, what else I want to recommend you quickly in terms of nutrition, what you certainly should be taking, would be keep on taking something which is going to, on one hand, boost your immune system, and then on another hand, something which is going to provide you with energy, because there is a lot that you going to be dealing with in April. It's going to be good, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be draining your energy. So I highly recommend you to keep on taking natural vitamin D3 alongside zinc picolinate, and also natural vitamin D3 alongside, natural K2, which is going to help its absorption, and also zinc picolinate, which is a highly absorbable version of zinc. This is going to boost your immune system, and also on top of all that, you should be taking organic camu camu, which is going to give you natural vitamin C. You don't want synthetic vitamin C. Ascorbic acid is nothing but synthetic vitamin C. So you want something like organic camu camu. It's natural, and it's going to provide you with a natural vitamin C. This combination is remarkable to boost your immune system, but it's also remarkable when it comes to providing you with energy, because what lots of people don't understand is that, you know, vitamin D3 is also brilliant specifically for energy as well. And also, do not forget, keep on taking organic chlorella and also organic moringa powder. The more of a green stuff you take and put in, it's going to be better for you, literally. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I'm about to start with the very first day of April. What I was really excited about. Something crazy. It's gonna happen. Okay, even Samantha, it's like, oh my God, even Samantha, look at her, she's all around the place. Samantha, it's all around the place, and Jenny doesn't even know what to say. Jenny doesn't even know what to say. My gorgeous Aquamarini, my plants are going absolutely ballistic. Oh my God. On the 1st of April, 2024, something very, very strange and very unusual and very surprising is going to happen. All I can say to you, it's going to be completely unplanned. You know, you can expect the unexpected here. You're going to find yourself at such a place where you did not plan, you know, something completely unplanned and spontaneous here. It's going to happen. You're going to have a really nice experience. You will love it. You will enjoy yourself. You're really gonna kind of tap into something which is gonna make you feel so good about yourself. And you're also, on one hand, going to realize what are you missing out, you know, in life. But the most importantly, you know, it's not only like that something spontaneous is going to happen, but this in itself, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's to do with the beginning of a very, very beautiful adventure. When, you know, something is going to happen, you will enjoy yourself, you will love it, you know, you will pretty much so realize what is missing in your life so much, to the point that this is going to open you up so beautifully, spiritually. You are going to come out of your comfort zone, and you are going to realize some kind of untapped potential. So not only this is the beginning of a very beautiful adventure, but you're also going to realize some kind of untapped potential here. You need to understand that that untapped potential is also going to be playing an absolutely giant role when it comes to you, when it comes to your luck changing for the better. This is the moment in time when your luck is about to change. I'm not saying your luck was bad. I'm not saying you had a bad luck, but I'm just saying when it comes to certain things in your life that have been causing difficulties, don't get me wrong, but this is the time also, the moment in time you become aware of this untapped potential, your luck is about to change. And if you think that your life was absolutely great, absolutely brilliant, and there is nothing to change, that's absolutely fine. But I'm just focusing on a certain aspects of your life that have been making you feel like, oh, you haven't got a good luck. So you need to understand my point of view here. So not only you're going to become aware of this untapped potential, my gorgeous Aquamarini, but at the same time, you know, you need to understand, number one, your luck is about to change. Your good luck is about to be on your side. This is the beginning of a very good luck and the beginning of a very lucky stage, and you must not go against this flow. You have to go against this flow. You have to go with this flow. When I say that you have to go with this flow, it means that you have to do something about it now. You have to act now. By acting now, you will not go against the flow. By acting now, you're not going to be restricted. So you really kind of also have to respond to something in a rather spontaneous way here as well. But because this is all going to contribute towards you coming out of comfort zone, you will see that you're actually going to surprise yourself here in the best possible way. This in itself is pretty much so going to open your eyes. It's going to be such a great awakening moment, because at the same time you are indeed going to gain an insight. What do you have to reevaluate? And you're also going to, this is going to lead towards you just within the next few days, finding new truths. And this in itself is really kind of going to show you exactly what do you need to explore and explore and explore. Okay, so it's to do with an untapped potential, but it's also to do with like a really pretty much so a stage of your life that is pretty much so connected to what is going to be obvious to you. What exactly do you need to explore here? This is so important, because by the time you get to the 23rd of April, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're already going to become aware of a very, very interesting news. And this interesting news that you're going to become aware of are pretty much so going to make you aware of the fact that you quickly need to start something. You're quickly going to need to start something. On one hand, this is going to have elements of a new direction, but most importantly, it's also going to be basically an opportunity which is going to be remarkable, seriously, this stage of your life, which is going to be directly connected to this untapped potential. You have to be strong here. My God, you're going to have a mini little test. You're going to feel like, oh, it's not the right time for this opportunity. No, baby, no, don't do that, because then you will go against the flow. Just remember, with this situation on the 1st of April, you have to act really quickly, but also later on, when you become aware of when you become aware of this news, for example, it's also gonna be the same thing. You just need to act with it immediately, okay? Because otherwise, I'm not saying it's not gonna work later on, but it's just something that needs to be really done within the months of April rather than May or any other months for that matter. So this is why this is going to be so important. The next important date, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's going to be on the 3rd of April. On the 3rd of April, you are pretty much so going to have a very, very unusual dream. Again, it's going to be one of those things. It's going to be like some kind of a dream that you're going to have, but you're going to be able on one hand to remember this dream vividly, but then again, it's going to be bothering you because you will not be able to understand what this dream meant whatsoever. I have seen this before when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and I'm seeing this again. This is important because although that it's not going to make sense whatsoever, this dream, but by the time you get to the 27th of April, for example, on the 27th of April, you're going to find yourself trying to make a difficult decision. And now suddenly when you're trying to make this difficult decision, bam, something is going to happen. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You're going to be like that. You're going to be literally like this. And suddenly this dream is going to come to you, but it's going to come to you differently. Now you will be able to connect the dots. Now you will be able to see what you couldn't see. Now you will be able to understand what you couldn't understand. And this is going to be an absolutely remarkable sacred guidance, which is going to be guiding you towards such a specific door you never knew existed, which are going to open for you at the beginning of May. But you just have to be as open-minded as you can right now. Very, very important here. The next important date, my gorgeous Aquamarini, is going to be on the 4th of April. On the 4th of April, okay, you are going to have this challenging situation. You are going to have a little challenge. You know why this challenge came up? This challenge came up in the first place because you had to respond to the certain situation in your past. You kind of responded to it erratically, maybe, without thinking at the time when you had so many problems going on anyway. So, you know, this challenge is going to be faced. You're going to be having this challenge because, you know, it's to do with some kind of action without strategy or a plan, for example. And this is why you're going to be having this challenging situation, because you went into something without some kind of plan or a strategy. Now, it's not necessarily about that. It's not necessarily about that, but it's to do with that situation. And it's to do with you becoming aware of somebody very, very disgusting here, very deceptive, very sneaky. You're going to become aware of this specific person, and you are really going to be surprised about this person, and you're not going to like this whatsoever. And how you're going to feel, it's like, oh, not you as well. You have to be strong, and just remember, what am I saying here? It is always the biggest storm before the sun comes up. You see, it is always the biggest storm before the sun comes up. I'm not saying it's going to be like a biggest storm, but it's going to be one of them. Because this is like really pretty much, so you're already going to be like under some kind of a stress here, a little bit, oh God, you know, and then you know, because of some kind of action without strategy or some kind of plan, it's going to cause you to having this challenge here. And then you're going to become aware of this bastard, somebody very deceptive, somebody very sneaky. You're going to realize that not only somebody was like kind of lying and being dishonest with you, but almost like as if somebody here like took some kind of information from you that they should never take from you in the first place. Almost like it's to do with some kind of stolen information that was meant to like kind of be being used against you, but it's not going to. You're going to be absolutely fine. Listen, I'm not being a dark lala. I'm not being a dark lala. This is actually going to be really important for you. Listen, this is brilliant. So you're going to become aware of somebody who's very deceptive, sneaky, somebody who's lying, and somebody who wanted to steal some kind of information from you. You're going to become aware of this, and it's really going to bother you, or not you. You're maybe going to be surprised a little bit about this person, but the most surprised you are, the most powerful you are gonna be, because all this energy is actually going to work in your favor. Trust me, because it's nothing that you've done wrong. And all this energy is also going to work against these people, because they have been who had like a negativity, you know, on their mind, and wrongdoings and things like that. You've done nothing wrong, so you're going to be absolutely fine. All this is actually going to build you up, and it's going to work in your favor. It sounds absolutely mental, what am I going to say? But this in itself is going to be directly responsible, this situation for you. You're going to start healing on this day. Yeah, you're going to start healing by the end of the day, okay? Healing. So you will notice that something that has been bothering you physically for a long time is going to feel so much better, okay? It sounds crazy, but literally everything in this world, in this life is connected. And this is indeed one of those things. So you're going to become aware of this person, and this is really going to be the first time that you realize this. And now, you know, this is actually going to be the first time that you realize that about that person. And, you know, you are really pretty much so going to realize, you know what, it's to do with something really immoral, and it's to do with something really unethical, you know, connected to that person. But then again, the whole situation, what was going on, everything is crazy. And this is actually going to work really beneficial for you, because it is going to give you an inner strength when it comes to you actually detaching yourself because now this is going to clearly show you what or who you have to actually detach yourself from, which is on another hand going to give you an inner strength and confidence, you know, to carry on with certain aspects of your life that have been like pretty much so unnecessarily slowed down lately. So there is something that you're late with. There is something that you're late with, that it's on your mind, that you're getting a little bit worried about, but no, you're not late with anything. You're gonna be absolutely fine, because now you're doing like a really powerful realignment when it comes to all that, because not only this is going to give you an inner strength, my gorgeous aquamarine, but also at the same time there is a really beautiful person here, a beautiful person, somebody who is down to earth, a woman, a really nice woman, a really beautiful person, somebody who you know for a very, very long time, somebody who you know for a very long time, and somebody who is very like kind of down to earth. I really like this woman, I really like this person, and that particular person, it's really kind of going to play an important role, because that person is really kind of going to give you some kind of an advice, or that person is going to tell you something. And the advice that this person is actually going to give you, now first of all, this is a beautiful female person who is very down to earth, and that person is going to mention something to you like about you making a certain progress, and this is going to mean to you so much, because it's more about what exactly it's going to be highlighted here. It's going to be very interesting. You will like that somebody noticed something really specific about you that you've been working on, and this is going to mean to you so much. But most importantly, that person is also going to give you an interesting advice when it comes to you kind of understanding that you have to like pretty much so broaden your horizons here a little bit, and you're going to start thinking about some kind of expansion. But most importantly, you're going to start looking forward, committing to some kind of a plan right now. And this situation is gonna be, oh my God, so rejuvenating. This is the beginning of a very special journey, but it's also the beginning of your own rebirth. You needed to be brought to this stage of your life. Please do not allow anybody to affect you in such a way where you are kind of going to lose your confidence unnecessarily after everything you've been through. As I said, you know, this month it's going to make you aware of the fact that you've got nothing to worry about, and you are going to be absolutely fine. And the more you worry about people are doing something behind your back, no baby, no, do not give your power away, because if you're worried about other people persistently doing something behind your back, no baby, no, you're gonna make yourself very sensitive, because this is going to mess up with your own energy. You know, your energy field is like really powerful. They cannot touch you, they cannot do anything to you. But if you are persistently thinking how people are doing something behind your back, no baby, no, because then they're gonna start stealing your energy and you're gonna become unnecessarily vulnerable. What your state of mind needs to be, I'm fine, no one can do anything to me. No, they're fine, I'm fine, it's all good, you know. That's how your attitude should be. Otherwise, you just unnecessarily make yourself sensitive, okay? So you're prone to these energies where you do not want in your life, okay? So this is why this is so important. And also, my gorgeous aquamarine, what else I was going to recommend you? Absolutely beautiful. Something I highly recommend you would be this gorgeous dragon blood pendant. One of my favorites, because, you know, it gives you energy. It's a great little re-energizer, but it's also brilliant, so powerful when it comes to problem solving and when it comes to making decisions. When it comes to making decisions, you see, it's dangerous when we are making important decision and we fall into this route of like kind of being indecisive. It's very dangerous, okay, to be indecisive sometimes. And this helps you to realign with yourself and be decisive. It helps you to be decisive with things that you should not waste your time with by being indecisive with. Does that make sense? So to this, my gorgeous aquamarine, is something I highly recommend you. Dragon's blood pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, or just go to see the comments section. Just I pin my products now in the on top of the comments section as well, or you can just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and then my page is going to come up that way, and you're going to see one of the first products is going to be Dragon's blood. And also, if you know somebody who can benefit from it, just get it for them, you know. The next important date, my gorgeous aquamarini, the next important date, it's going to be on the 11th, on the 11th. What am I talking about? Yeah, the next important day, the next important date, it's going to be on the 11th of April. On the 11th of April, like, something very, very kind of unexpected is going to happen. Something very, very unexpected, it's actually going to happen. It's going to surprise you. And now it's not only that something unexpected is going to happen, but oh my God, it's such a two crazy situations. And I'm not surprised that they're happening. One is on the 1st and another one is on the 11th April. So what does that make, baby? What does that make? 111. Oh my God, my God, my God. So, like, such a powerful realignment here. And these 2 days are completely connected, but they're not going to seem like they're connected whatsoever, but they are. Trust me. So on the 11th of April, you're going to be ridiculously intuitive. On the 11th of April, already you will have a very unusual experience where you're going to think like, some kind of spirits or something is around you. Something is going to happen, and something very much so unexplainable is going to happen. Maybe the glass is just going to fall off the table, you know, maybe something is just going to fly across the room, you know. Yeah, something very, very unexplainable. It's actually going to happen on the 11th of April, something very, very unusual. And when that happens, you're suddenly going to be reminded about something really wise somebody once told you, and now it's going to be the time for you to apply this to your life. And this is going to be as random as you possibly can imagine, because it's also going to lead towards you getting a different perspective on what you have to pause, wait and delay with, and what do you have to sacrifice as well. But also when it comes to the 11th of April, when I said, you know, so it's going to be like this situation, like a really unusual situation, but I said that something very kind of is going to happen, which is really going to surprise you here as well. And it's going to happen in such a way where on the 11th of April, you're going to become aware of some kind of issue, which is like kind of coming to an end. And this is an issue that you kind of forgot about. But at that moment in time, when you become aware of this, it is going to put you in such a good mood. And now suddenly you will want to learn something. There is something that you will want to learn. And there is something which is going to inspire you so much here on the 11th of April. It's about this inspiration. Something is going to inspire you and you will want to learn something. And then even more so, there is going to be a very, very powerful omen and a really good sign which you are going to have with this as well. And almost immediately, as soon as you have this powerful sign and an omen, you are going to be reminded, you're going to realize some kind of unrealized project. And that in itself is going to contribute towards you a kind of realizing that you need a bit more skill when it comes to something. But then on another hand, this is all going to contribute towards you doing something that you would feel so petrified or scared of doing normally. You are going to make a really, really powerful step here when it comes to this, because you are pretty much so going to be ready, feeling ready for something that if this would happen like about a week ago, you would be like, no, baby, no. But now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it is the whole different story. You are not, this is going to contribute towards you coming out of your comfort zone. And even more importantly, you are going to have a pretty much so an opportunity which is also going to be connected to this by the 25th of April already. By the 25th of April, you will have an opportunity which is going to be connected to this. And all I can say to you, as soon as you become aware of this opportunity, at that moment in time, you will know that there's some kind of solid foundation has been laid that can be built upon. And that means that, you know, this in itself is gonna make you feel so happy and so excited like you haven't felt in absolute ages, because at the same time, you are gonna start to realize here how the certain, you know, you're gonna start to realize here how your hard work is also slowly but surely starting to pay off. Indeed. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous aquamarini, would be this beautiful pendant peanut obsidian. This gorgeous peanut obsidian is fantastic to protect you against negative energy, against negative vibrations, against negative people, but it's also so important against like anxiety, stress, depression, you know. But also on another hand, it's brilliant when it comes to us understanding when we wear this, where we should give our energy towards, you know, in terms of creativity, where we should give our energy towards and what we should be avoiding, you know, which is ever so important. This also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go to Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my shop is going to come up that way as well. The next important date, it's going to be on the 20th of April. On the 20th of April, oh my God, you see, somebody is going to be like really defensive here. Somebody's going to be very defensive, and somebody's going to be very impulsive about something which is their responsibility, So somebody's going to be very defensive, and somebody's going to be very impulsive when it comes to something which you know is their responsibility. You must not argue, you must not argue or respond in any negative way. This is when things are going to become a little bit strange. Let me be clear here. On the 20th of April, somebody is going to be very defensive when it comes to, and impulsive, when it comes to something that person should be responsible about. And this is going to annoy you a little bit. It's going to get on your nerves, and you're going to feel like you want to like scream. But you have to step back and ground yourself and recenter yourself, and you must not argue. If you argue, it's not gonna be good. The reason why I said things are gonna become interesting here, because it is gonna be a little bit challenging for you to kind of be positive about it. You can smile, you can respond in a positive way, move on, and don't say anything what's on your mind. Don't say anything what do you feel. Don't show anything that is on your mind. Do not show your feelings, do not show your emotions. Have a little smile on your face, and that's exactly what you need to do. If you argue and if you go down that road, no baby, no, you will close the certain door for yourself. So you have to be very smart here. You're way more smarter and more intelligent than this person is ever going to be. So this is all going to be a game for you, to be quite honest. Like a really kind of interesting challenge. Maybe you should look at it in that way, for example. But if you argue and you have a negative response, you're going to close the door for yourself. Which door I'm talking about? Well, let me tell you. You respond to this in a positive way. And then, you know, just like about 2 or 3 days later, you will realize that, you know, something will come to an end, or something is coming to an end connected to that person and connected to that situation, and you will know that you would have wasted your energy trying to prove your point. But most importantly, if you responded differently, you wouldn't come up with this conclusion. You wouldn't have this conclusion that something, bad will resolve itself by itself organically. And you're intuitively going to become aware of something really specific within the next few days when it comes to you trusting your inner voice, when it comes to this contemplation which you are going to have, where you will not, there's some kind of contemplation which is going to be on your mind. And what you will not know is that you're almost done with something that is going to be really bothering you. You're almost done with some kind of problem that caused so many boundaries, with everything. You're almost done with this. And how is this going to happen? When it comes to that contemplation, you will intuitively going to be aware how to respond to the specific situation in your life. And at that moment in time, the next phase, it's about to begin. This in itself is going to bring so much hope and optimism in your life. This is going to reflect on your spirituality, and it's going to also reflect on your emotional state of being, because you're going to feel like energetically restored. Why are you going to feel energetically restored? Because these are the last bits and pieces that have been connected to that previous situations, not one but few different situations that you have been struggling with. And this is why you're going to be over the moon, because now this is going to lead towards one of the most powerful moments of your own personal liberation, my gorgeous Aquamarini, after everything you've actually been through. But it has to happen in this particular way. So whatever happens, for the love of God, do not respond, please, to this in a negative way. The next important date, my gorgeous Aquamarini, so that was on the 20th. That was on the 20th of April. That was on 20th of April. The next important date, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's going to be on the 26th of April. On the 26th of April, this is a very important day. You're going to have a big smile on your face, because something is pretty much so going to work in your favor in terms of justice. Justice. The 26th of April, it's all about justice, my gorgeous Aquamarini. So it's either you're waiting for some kind of a court case, something to do with proper legal issues. This in itself, it's going to work in your favor. A big smile on your face, I can see, as I've already said, because it's to do with, some kind of a legal case or something like that. If it's not a legal case you're waiting for, then it's still to do with a certain decision, very, very important decision that you couldn't do anything about, but it's almost like it's in somebody else's hands, like you're waiting for somebody to make an important decision, but it's to do with you and it's to do with your life. Whatever is going on, it's gonna it's gonna mean to you so much. It's gonna be so good, and the outcome, it's gonna be ridiculously positive. Somehow there is one more person who is going to be involved with this, and somehow this particular situation, like when it comes to that justice or whatever someone is trying to decide for you, somehow this has been affecting your relationship with people lately. So this is why this is going to be so good for you as well. But also on another note, the 26th of April would be fantastic day to actually start any kind of legal issues and things like that, as well. If you want to start something, some kind of a legal process, legal issue, this date's gonna be brilliant. Or if you need some kind of a legal advice, yeah baby, the 26th of April would be the day when you should go and seek for some kind of legal advice or an important advice in general. The next important date, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's gonna be on the 28th of April. On the 28th of April, you are gonna have such an amazing idea. I'm not being funny, but on the 28th of April, you're gonna have such a good idea, such a brilliant idea. This idea is gonna make you feel alive again. This idea is gonna make you feel so good. This idea is gonna make your spirit rise, oh my God, like never before. This idea, your spirit is gonna be rising. There is something you will see, there is something you will notice, there is something you will become aware of, there is something you're not going to be able to stop thinking about whatsoever, to the point where just few hours after, you're literally going to have this vision that you're going to literally go to say to somebody so important, so close to you, and that person is going to be able to understand you immediately. And this is something which is going to mean to you so much, and this is something which is pretty much so going to make you feel really even more kind of determined. You need to know that this idea, it's not only about you feeling good, you feeling determined, but this idea, it's also going to bring a huge reward into your life when it comes to finances, when it comes to your financial situation in general. This is going to make things so much better. But also when it comes to you finding and realizing some kind of new direction, some kind of new path, a new door are about to open. And I really kind of, I don't want to go into the months of May, but when it comes to the 14th and the 15th of May, I know this is April, it's okay, but when it comes to the 14th and the 15th of May, when it comes to the 14th and the 15th of May, you will have an opportunity to move on with your life. You will have an opportunity to move on with your life. But how this opportunity is going to come forward to move on with your life, that opportunity is going to be connected to this, what is going to be happening on the 28th of April. Okay, so in May, at around the mid-May, you are going to become aware of the opportunity, which is going to be based on this idea. This opportunity is going to be based on this vision, and it's going to be remarkable. You're going to feel blown away, because all I can say to you is that, with this opportunity, like a huge, not only like a huge dream of yours, it's going to become real, but you're going to find out so much more, like about yourself and about your life, especially when it comes to what you want to explore. This in itself is going to lead towards you seeing the whole new world of possibilities you never knew existed, let alone how much this is suddenly going to start to mean to you. Like, oh my God. So now, my gorgeous aquamarini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. Dun, da, 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 dun, 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 da, 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 oh my God, what's going to happen? That's terrible. No, I'm joking. So when it comes to those of you who have been in relationship, you know that there is something that is bothering your partner so badly. There is something which is bothering your partner, and your partner is not being completely honest. On one hand, what else I'm realizing about your partner here, my gorgeous aquamarini, that your partner is doing something that they shouldn't be doing. This is why your partner is like really, really worrying about something, and your partner is like, you will realize that your partner is acting a little bit strange, a little bit unusual. And I think what I was trying to say here is that your partner is doing something that they shouldn't be doing. And I'm not having a go at you or at your partner, but your partner is doing something that they shouldn't be doing. So I think it's maybe to do with something that is starting to affect your partner's life in terms of being addicted to something. So I'm not saying your partner is junky or something, but it's a horrible word, isn't it? Even if your partner is having these problems, I shouldn't actually say this. It's horrible, isn't it? Very insensitive of me, sorry. Samantha just slapped me. No, it's basically, no. What I was going to say, my gorgeous aquamarini, that you're going to realize that you need to help your partner a little bit. You need to help your partner, because you're going to realize that your partner is maybe addicted to something, or starting to become addicted to something. And now it's still plenty of time to do something about it. And don't get me wrong, addiction nowadays, I said this before, comes in so many different ways. So I think that if you're not aware of it right now, you will be aware of it in April. And you are going to need to kind of talk to your partner, and kind of, because I'm not saying that this is like your responsibility, it's your partner's responsibility. But then again, you love your partner, you're together, your partner means the world to you, and It means a lot to your partner how you feel. And this is why your input here is going to be so important. So as soon as you notice something that your partner maybe is becoming addicted to, you need to do something about it, because later on it's just going to become stupid and irreversible. So that's something that I want to let you know, okay? And I repeat, it could be even like too much coffee, you know what I mean? It could be like anything, really, you know. So, but you know, it can still cause like loads of negativity later on. So this is something that I want you to understand. And also, when it comes to your partner is going to have a very, very important idea. Very important idea when it comes to, and this idea, it's going to be connected to some kind of difficult issue that you're going to be dealing with, and your partner, it's actually going to give you a very creative idea as a way out. And that idea is going to be consisting of you making some kind of a compromise, okay? But you're going to feel really happy about it, because the way it's going to happen and what you're going to be talking about the time and what you're going to understand. And this in itself is really something that you should do something about it immediately, because it is going to lead towards a very, very successful outcome. And those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous aquamarines, you know what? It's like someone is really going to fancy you this month. Someone is gonna like you, and you will like that person. In fact, you will go and sleep together immediately. Within 5 minutes, you will be sleeping together. No, I'm joking. Gotcha. No, I'm joking. I am joking. Please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. I'm joking, my gorgeous aquamarini. What I was going to say now, I forgot. No, seriously. So somebody's going to like you, somebody's going to fancy you, and you are really clearly going to become aware of somebody else's feelings for you. But something is just going to be worrying you and worrying you and worrying you. Something is just going to be worrying you about that person. You know, you will be kind of thinking something is going to be persistently worrying you when it comes to that person. And on one hand, what you're going to be worrying about is you will feel really flattered, you will kind of fancy this person, you will like this person, but intuitively something is going to be telling you, no baby, no, no baby, no. Something is going to be worrying you. And this is somebody gorgeous, very, very gorgeous in many different ways, you know, and you're going to feel attracted to this person like there is no tomorrow, but something is going to be driving you nuts about that person. Something is going to be worrying you about that person, and you will see that person as a hard work already. And then there is this information which you're going to get about that person which you're not going to like whatsoever. And the information that you're going to get is just something about their character, something about what they've done, or something about what they do in relationships. You're just not going to like it. But be happy. Be grateful, my gorgeous aquamarini, that your guidance is coming out loud and clear and it's guiding you. Okay, and I hope that you're going to recognize your own intuition becoming ridiculously powerful, ridiculously sharp. But what is going to happen after that moment in time, it's more important, because this is kind of going to contribute towards you kind of really coming out of yourself and realizing what are you missing out in life. And there is a really beautiful experience that you are going to have after that moment in time, but it's going to happen at a time when you're socializing and you're going to be spending time with people and you're going to get lots of attention from few different people. And this is something which is so important for you at this stage, just to have fun and get some attention. There is somebody who is going to come into your life. It's not going to happen right now, but it's coming very, very soon. Right now, it's important for you to have as much fun as you possibly can, because very soon you are going to be in relationship and you're not going to be able to have some fun. So now this is something I really, really want to suggest to you. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.